So Caesar Emanuel services were terminated by VH1 from him being on Black Ink Crew for a show that he pretty much conceptualized and is like the heart and soul of because of animal abuse. Let's get into this, shall we? Hey everyone, I'm back. And I'm going to say that I've known about this case now for a week. I did do commentary on this on Sunday, but the sound of it was really bad, so I wasn't able to upload. So I'm going to do this one more time on this article by People Magazine in regards to Caesar Emanuel being terminated from VH1. So it reads, Black Ink Crew star Caesar Emanuel fired after video surfaces showing him hitting the dog with the chair. We have made decisions to cut ties with Caesar Emanuel from Black Ink Crew New York, VH1 said in a statement Thursday. Caesar Emanuel has been fired from VH1's long-running reality show Black Ink Crew New York after video showing him hitting a dog recently surfaced online. The clip from a Ring camera and shows the tattoo shop owner, 43, striking the canine with a folding chair multiple times, as well as locking him, the dog, in a cage and pushing it down a hill. We made the decision to cut ties with Caesar Emanuel from Black Ink Crew New York, VH1 wrote in a statement posted to Facebook last Thursday. Since next season was close to finishing production, this decision will not impact the upcoming season. Emanuel's lawyer, Walter Mosley, does not dispute it with his client in the video, but tells people it's an old video, and Emanuel stopping some aggressive dogs from attacking other animals. Caesar is an avid dog lover and has many dogs and has had in his lifetime many dogs and other pets, Mosley tells people. This was an unfortunate situation, as I understand it, where there were a number of other aggressive dogs attacking smaller dogs, and probably was a lapse of judgment as to how to appropriately break up the interaction. In some ways, what was not seen in the video was him protecting the smaller dogs. He just likely didn't do this in the best way. So he's seeking assistance to help make sure that as a dog owner, he's properly managing it and understands how to interact in more healthy ways with all types of dogs and all of his dogs. But this is certainly a situation that he had addressed a long time ago, the lawyer adds. It's unfortunate that a video that's probably almost a year old or older surfaced and created such disruption. It's something that we've addressed and been addressing for some time. Emanuel's co-star Donna Lombardi reposted the video on her Instagram Wednesday, calling out the tattoo artist. If you can treat a dog like this, it shows how sick of a person you truly are. I don't even get into the life of this man, but this video made me upset. Anyone who knows me knows I love animals, especially dogs, she wrote in part. Black Ink Crew New York, which follows the day-to-day drama of a Black-owned and operating tattoo shop in the Harlem neighborhood of New York City, first premiered on VH1 in 2013 and has been on the air for 9 seasons total. TMZ was the first to report the news of Emanuel's firing. So now I'm going to say, I met Caesar Emanuel 6 years ago. And it was the summer coming into the fall of 2016. There was a place I used to frequent a lot in Harlem. And this is when he moved his shop. Well, he opens another shop literally next door to this place where I would get beverages frequently. And it was a health food store. So he was, interested in going there because they were neighbors. So he was a small business owner. And the person was small business owner, so they connected like that. So before I met him, a couple of days prior, the guy who knew him, we used to go get juices around the same time. And he had said, Caesar just opened his spot up in Harlem, like really right next door here. He's like, Caesar's mad cool. He did a couple of my tattoos. And I was like, I actually had passed by the original spot on Lennox between 112th and 113th back in 2014. I met Achilles. I hope I said his name right. And there were some other people I saw, but I wasn't familiar with them. But most of them were like the production crew from VH1. So when I got to meet Caesar, I'm going to tell you, he is a cool, down-to-earth person. He actually hugged me. And every time I would see him, he would hug me. Now, it wasn't, any on some, sexual harassment type stuff. It wasn't sexual, but it was like, a friendly hug. And I have to say, he actually was like, so which drink you want to get? And I told him what the drinks, how long I've been there, and so forth. Then he was like, so when you want to come and get a tattoo? I said, I don't have any tattoos because I don't really like to keep things stuck to me for a long time. So he was like, what? You don't have a tattoo? I was like, no. He's like, yo, you a rarity. And I was like, yeah, but I told him if I ever get a tattoo, I would definitely go to you. He was like, oh, that's what's up. So, he gave me a pound and whatnot, and then he hugged me, and then that was that. And I would still see him periodically, but then after a while, I didn't see him no more, and that's because he moved to Atlanta, I believe, because he was opening the Black Ink shop in Atlanta. So I didn't see him after a while. But for like those 6 months off and on, I would see him, down to earth person. And another thing I know about him, it is true, he is an avid dog lover, because the same person that knew him, mentioned him to me, said he basically remember when he used to breed dogs. So he is into that. And he was even mentioning how he loved dogs. So to hear this is really kind of mind-boggling. But I believe that this all happened literally during COVID. I'm not excusing it. I don't want to see the video because I don't like to see anyone hurt, particularly animals and children. I don't want to see anyone hurt. But we have to talk about anger, and we have to talk about when you take it out on the defenseless. Now, according to him, I saw the video on Lovely T's channel, and she basically she showed a video of him basically saying how, I was basically trying to separate the two because the animals are out of control. That can happen. That can basically happen, especially if you have a certain type of breed of dog and they are pretty much overpowering, and when they get angry, their strength becomes very, uncontrollable and very overpowering. So it could be where, you have to use some kind of force to stop the violence, especially if it's like a small dog. However, it shouldn't come to where you're hitting a dog on top of his head. That it shouldn't be. Now, some people saying the dog was really tiny and small. I don't know. I haven't seen the video, so please don't judge me on that. But all I'm saying is that I wish he would have took a better course of action into stopping the behavior and breaking it up. I don't think Caesar really meant to do any harm. However, there are people that are saying otherwise. Donna, I'm going to tell you something. I saw Donna twice. I saw Teddy all the time. I saw Achilles all the time with his girlfriend. I saw Walter once, but around that time, Walter wasn't dealing with them. And I didn't see Sky, but I saw the Spanish girl. I can't think of her name. I saw them all coming in and out of the shop. And I believe Miss Kitty, somebody said that she was there, but she had just left. But they seemed really cool. I'm not going to lie. And Donna seemed like she was talking to people. I wasn't talking to Donna because Donna, I'm going to be honest with you, her tattoos, they irk me. Like, you got, I can't do it. But anyway, they say Donna ain't all that nice because she was abusing her boyfriend. So a lot of this could be a tit for tat thing too, because my only issue is, why would you sit on this type of footage and then beyond a year later, you're going to release it? I believe that somebody wanted Caesar out the way and wanted him gone from his position as a top tattoo artist. I believe that it could have been some kind of blackmail, you never know. Or it could be somebody at VH1 that wanted to cancel him. Because if you really cared about animals, you would have released this a long time ago. And I got something else to say about that. Why do we care more about animals than Black lives? What if it was another way where it was a Black child being hit? Will we care about the Black child more than an animal? Will we cancel him then? Or what if it was a woman? Or what if it was another Black man? Will we want to cancel Caesar? No. But when it comes to animals, there are a lot of animal rights activists that love animals, but don't do the same and have the same love for people. So we got to be careful with that too. But hopefully Caesar cleans this up. I met him. He seemed very down to earth, and he was always nice. And with that being said, I hope that, this, is solved. And I will be signing off. It's your girl, Miss Little Cole. I will be taking a break. I'll come back this evening, and then I'll be taking a break tomorrow, and I'll come back on Friday. Later.